realized that there is a secret here that we've been overlooking. And I found other researchers who are actually finding out more and more about this. The brain gets into alpha and enlightened states of theta around 4 to 13 cycles per second. It's a pulse beat. And this pulse beat is the resonance that creates all this chain reaction from the atom or particle within the atom all the way up to quasar galaxies, and you become in alignment with this. One of the secrets is how it phases. If you take two of these bells, such as these are called heart chakra bells. And you can feel it go through your heart. It isn't something that you need to hear with your ears. You can close your ears and you can feel it go through the heart. These have a little difference between them, just maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 beat tones. So when they ring together, you can hear another tone. And that beat tone is massaging your brain. And it's reinforcing the brain waves in the alpha and theta ranges. It's very important because what this does is it also does what the gong does, is it takes a rush of energy from the hindbrain. And it goes through the reticular, the gate of the sounds that we stop sounds from coming in, we let other sounds come in, that part of the brain, and the amygdala. I don't pronounce that right. Amygdala is how you pronounce it. This rapture happens. Cosmic consciousness happens. In other words, what happens is that immediately you get into a transcendental ascending state of consciousness in which all things become possible. All the latent capacities of the mind, psychometry and telepathy and clairaudience and clairvoyance, all of those things become within easy grasp of the person. That's the power of the overtone series that's constant throughout the universe. And because everything that exists is a sphere, it's a gong or a bell, resonating out these fundamentals with overtones and partials. Once we begin to listen to only those, immediately we get into more of an aware state of consciousness. And so tonight I thought what we could share with you. We're going to be doing a workshop in New York when we get back from our tour. Joe and I are going to be going to Oregon, the World Peace University, and there we're going to do a workshop. Then we're going to get to California, the American Human Psychology Conference there, 25th anniversary. We're going to Los Angeles for our workshop, then Tucson, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston, the Europa Institute, and then back here in New York in April. Lawrence, Kansas.
Mine was the Rosebud.
And Rosebud. Job does a lot of things. He's an actor, he's a musician, he has a Magic Mouse show in which it's kind of a grown-up show in which he has this super mouse called Magic Mouse. And it's an amazing thing. He's got about 48 radio shows of Magic Mouse, in which he is able to transmit higher consciousness through little grown-up fairy tales. Job is also delivering clothes to the Native American Indians in South Dakota, the Sioux, who are freezing out there. He's already delivered a big load full of clothes to them. And he has a free food center up there, and he feeds the poor. So he's doing all of that on top of being a person that travels around the country and plays music. And when he plays tonight, when we go into our meditation, you'll never hear anything like it. It's just etheric sounds that are transformational from head to toe. This bell is different. This bell produces a hum tone. We call it the home line. In yoga, we call it the sushma, or the thread that runs up the center of the spine. And when we have this enlightenment that happens, the consciousness goes up the spine into the upper brain. This is the home line that's produced.
Listen to the siren.
This is the throat bell, and it vibrates into the throat center. What happens with the gong is that it produces total sound. It takes over. You can't hear anything else except the gong. It gets very loud, but it doesn't hurt your ears. It even improves the ears. It bathes and cleanses the ears of electronics damage to the ears. You have to really lie down and let go, because it's like a magic carpet that takes you out of the solar system. And there's different ways to use it. We'll use a couple different ways. We have tapes. Here we have bells. We would like people to get the bells, people that are into disciplines, therapists, just people who like to play bells, who'd like to have sound circles. Peter Hamill, who wrote Through Music to Self, said in his book, he says, I find it very difficult, if not impossible, to sit down and do intuitional improvisation with more than 3 artists that are equal. But the amazing thing is that with these bells, the number is unlimited. If everybody's playing a bell.